Okay, so y'all have not went over the branches of government, correct? Okay. Do y'all know what a PowerPoint is? Okay, so a PowerPoint is basically, it's like different slides that you can put together. You can design it the way you want to. And you just, usually it's used for information, like if you're doing, like this one on the branch of government, you do like branches of government, and then you'll go on and you'll do like your introduction, and it's like, these are the 3 branches of government in the U.S., and then you'll show the different branches and you'll break them down into each little slide. That way they have their own slide, tells the information about them and all that. My favorite part of doing a PowerPoint personally is being able to design it and lay it out. I work for the newspaper. I do design and layout of ads and everything all the time. So that's kind of my thing to do. So I like doing that part of a PowerPoint. Let's see. So your levels of government you have 3 levels of government, or 3 branches of government. Okay. Your executive branch, overall, federally, is your president. The president of the United States is the head of the state in the United States. The executive branch, which is your president, he can veto a bill. He also keeps the judicial and the legislative branches in check. And just like whenever you get on down to your legislative branch, which is your Senate and your House of Representatives, or everybody that's in Congress, they get to keep your president in check. So it all kind of levels out. So your legislative branch, your House of Representatives, and your Senate, they can pass a law. They check the power of the executive branch or your president by vetoing a bill, and they'll go through and they'll vote again, and they can override his veto. So if they get 2/3 of a vote between your Senate and your House, they can say, oh, even though your president vetoed this, it's going to go through because 2/3 of us say that it should be a law. Your judicial branch, which it says it in the title, your judges. Your main judicial branch is your Supreme Court. They're made up of 9 justices. They have the power to check the actions of the other 2 branches. Your Supreme Court justices are nominated by the President of the United States and confirmed or denied by the Senate. They are who upholds your laws. Now, your executive branch in your state, okay, if your president is your leader of the executive, if you look at it on a state level, who's going to be your leader of your executive branch in your state level? Each state has them.
President.
Not president. Do y'all know the name Kay Ivey? Your governor. Each state has your governor. So whereas your president and your federal law enforcement is your federal executive branch that enforces federal laws, your governor and your state law enforcement, which will be like your state troopers, they enforce your state laws. And then whenever you're looking at your judicial branch, your Supreme Court and your federal courts are your federal judicial branch, whereas your state, which is your state court, any state court, is your state level for your judicial branch, and they interpret the laws. Your Bill of Rights. Okay. Have y'all went over the Constitution?
Constitution. A little bit. Not a whole lot.
Do y'all know the name James Madison?
Yes.
Okay. So James Madison is the main person that drafted your Bill of Rights. Your Bill of Rights was created on September the 25th of 1789, but it was not put into ratification until December the 15th of 1791. So it was a whole 2 years later before it ever actually became a thing. Your Bill of Rights is your first 10 amendments of your Constitution. And the reason for doing your first 10 amendments, your first 10 amendments all pertain to protecting the rights of U.S. citizens. So it's like freedom of speech. All those, your first 10, those are your Bill of Rights. So simple question. What do you think of when you hear the word government?
The people who work for our government.
Okay. Your local government here. Who would be considered your local government?
The mayor.
The mayor. And you also have a city council. When you think of, let's see, how can I word this question? Whenever you think of the levels of government, what color would you represent each of them with? It could be any color you think of. There's no right or wrong answer. If you were thinking of the president, executive branch, what's the color you would put with them? Blue.
Red.
Red. Okay.
White.
White. Your legislative branch. So, your people that pass your laws, really. Who, you've got the House of Representatives and the Senate, which is both members of your chambers of Congress. What's the color you could relate with them?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Black.
Black. Judicial. So your judges. What's the color you could relate your judges with? Brown. Orange. Okay, now let's see. The fun part of this. You get to go through and design a PowerPoint. Just basically telling the specifics of each branch and what the Bill of Rights is. And do it in your own way. You can relate your colors that you named to each one of your branches. You can do it in a different color format. The good thing about PowerPoints is you get to, just like on comic strips, on any kind of design, like if you have to do any type of presentation, if you have to make a poster board of something, you're going to design it the way you want to design it. It may tell, the facts that you've got to have, but you're still going to design it the way you want to design it. So